The 1970s marked the twilight of Detroit's muscle car glory, but their legend and value has only grown. Today, these beasts don't just rule the roads, they dominate auction blocks, fetching jaw-dropping sums no one saw coming. From rare convertibles to winged warriors, the most coveted 1970s muscle cars have become gold-plated icons of speed, style, and American rebellion. Curious which machines broke the million-dollar barrier? Stick around. The list might just change what you think is possible in the world of car collecting. 1971. Plymouth Hemi Cuda Convertible, $3.5 million. When collectors talk about the holy grail of muscle cars, the 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda Convertible sits at the very top. Only 11 of these open-top monsters were ever produced, making them rarer than a winning lottery ticket and far more valuable. At the Mecum Seattle auction in 2014, one breathtaking Cuda in B5 blue hammered for an astonishing $3.5 million, shattering expectations and headlines alike. But it's not just the production numbers that set this car apart. Under the hood roars a 426 Hemi V8, delivering a true 425 horsepower and paired to a 4-speed manual transmission. This convertible was built to shred asphalt and leave lesser cars in its dust. Its journey to superstardom is pure car folklore. Once owned by legendary cartoonist Russ Meyer, the car was seized during a drug raid and sold for a mere $45,000 before undergoing a world-class restoration. The meticulous attention to authenticity restored its original blue paint and matching blue interior, details that collectors crave. Today, the 71 Hemi Cuda Convertible isn't just an expensive car. It's the ultimate symbol of muscle car excess, exclusivity, and drama. Every time one of these comes to auction, the crowd holds its breath. This Cuda proved that rarity, power, and an unforgettable backstory can combine to create a million-dollar legend that may never be topped. 1970. Plymouth Hemi Cuda Convertible, $2.25 million. The 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda Convertible embodies the wild spirit of the muscle car era, but it also represents a kind of exclusivity that borders on myth. With just 14 convertibles built that year, and only 9 with the legendary Hemi A727 Torque Flight automatic transmission, each survivor is a rolling piece of American history. At Mecum Monterey in 2015, a perfectly restored Hemi Cuda Convertible fetched an incredible $2.25 million. Its status was boosted by a storied past. This car was a personal company lease of Chrysler design guru John Hurlitz, and it was later restored to a standard even purists would admire. Beneath its shaker hood, the 426 cubic inch Hemi V8 thunders to life, putting out a massive 425 horsepower. Combine that with its flawless presentation, thanks to Cummins restorations, and you have a collector's dream. The car's remarkable provenance, limited production, and thorough documentation all contributed to its record price. The Hemi Cuda Convertible is more than a showpiece. It's a symbol of an era when horsepower wars ruled Detroit, and bold design meant everything. Whenever one of these rare convertibles surfaces, the auction world pays attention, knowing that another million-dollar milestone is just a gavel drop away. 1970 Dodge Hemi Challenger RT Convertible, $143 million. Few cars capture the menace and allure of the muscle car era, quite like the 1970 Dodge Hemi Challenger RT Convertible. Only 9 of these beasts were factory-built, with the iconic 426 Hemi V8, making them unicorns in the Mopar universe. When one of these rare convertibles crosses the auction block, like at Mecum in 2016, it instantly becomes a centerpiece, and the bidding war is nothing short of electric. The price? An incredible $1.43 million. This car's combination of brute force and drop-top freedom is irresistible. 425 horsepower, a heavy-duty suspension, and enough attitude to overshadow anything parked nearby. Finished in one of Dodge's high-impact colors and backed by original factory documentation, The Challenger RT Convertible is both a showstopper and a street brawler. With a build sheet and matching numbers in order, this car's authenticity adds to its legend. For collectors, owning a Hemi Challenger RT Convertible is like holding a piece of forbidden fruit from the wildest days of American performance. Every detail, from the aggressive front grille to the thundering exhaust, screams 1970s rebellion. Its million-dollar sale is a testament to rarity, authenticity, and the enduring power of Detroit's loudest legacy. 1970 Chevrolet Chevel SS 454 LS6 Convertible, $115 million. The Chevel SS 454 LS6 Convertible is Chevrolet's ultimate muscle machine. So rare that even die-hard Chevy fans might go their whole lives without seeing one in person. Fewer than 20 are thought to have been built, and only a handful survive today. What makes the LS6 so special? It's all about the heart. A 454 cubic inch big block V8, churning out a monstrous 450 horsepower. This was the most powerful production engine Chevy ever dropped into a Chevel. In 2013, Barrett-Jackson saw a meticulously restored, numbers-matching LS6 convertible. Complete with its original Muncie 4-speed, take the auction stage by storm and hammer for $1.15 million. The car was a time capsule, restored to factory specs, and finished in a show-stopping color combination. Its provenance was flawless, with full documentation and the all-important build sheet, cementing its place as one of the most significant Chevels ever. For enthusiasts, the LS6 convertible is the ultimate combination of raw muscle and open-air cruising, a car that represents the absolute peak of the supercar wars. Its record price proves that for a select few, top-down, big block power will always be worth a fortune. 1971 Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible, $1.1 million. The Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible is the muscle car era distilled to its most outrageous form. By 1971, the Judge package had already become the stuff of legend, but only 17 convertibles were made that year, making them among the rarest Pontiacs ever. The star of Barrett-Jackson's 2010 Scottsdale auction, a flawless Orbit Orange GTO Judge Convertible powered by the 455 high-output V8, brought in an incredible $1.1 million. This wasn't just any GTO, it was loaded. 4-speed transmission, ram air induction, Judge striping, and the kind of documentation collectors dream about. The car's numbers-matching status, original factory equipment, and impeccable restoration all contributed to its eye-popping sale price. The Judge's outrageous color scheme and unmistakable graphics command attention. But it's the combination of rarity, muscle, and open-air bravado that makes this Pontiac so desirable. Today, the 1971 GTO Judge Convertible stands as a monument to excess and a crown jewel in any collection. For the lucky owner, it's more than a car. It's a ticket to the top tier of muscle car history. 1970 Plymouth Superbird, 426 Hemi, $990,000. With its pointed nose and towering wing, the 1970 Plymouth Superbird looks like it rolled straight off a NASCAR track, and that's exactly what Plymouth intended. Built to dominate stock car racing, the Superbird was also sold to the public, but Hemi versions were few and far between. Only about 135 Superbirds left the factory with the legendary 426 Hemi 58, and even fewer have survived in pristine condition. At Barrett-Jackson's 2019 auction, a perfectly restored Hemi Superbird soared to $990,000. It wasn't just the rarity or the power that made bidders reach deep into their pockets. This car's authenticity, complete documentation, and immaculate restoration meant it ticked every box for the serious collector. With 425 horsepower under that wild arrow nose and a history of track dominance, the Superbird is the very definition of a blue-chip collectible. Owning a Hemi Superbird isn't just about speed. It's about owning a piece of racing history and 1970s automotive audacity. The price tag, that's just the cost of glory. 1970, Buick GSX Stage 1, $400,000. Buick's GSX Stage 1 is the ultimate sleeper muscle car. In 1970, Buick decided it was time to prove the brand could outmuscle the competition, and the result was a 455 cubic inch V8 monster delivering a jaw-dropping 510 pound-feet of torque, more than most supercars today. Only 678 GSX were built that year, and very few survive with the original Stage 1 package. At Barrett-Jackson's 2015 auction, a Saturn Yellow GSX Stage 1, restored to exacting standards, fetched a remarkable $400,000. The GSX stood out not just for its wild colors and stripes, but for its blend of luxury and brute force. Loaded with options, it could out-accelerate nearly anything else in the quarter mile, all while delivering air-conditioned comfort. The GSX Stage 1 is a muscle car paradox. Understated by reputation, outrageous in performance. Its auction result cemented its place in the big leagues, proving that even the so-called gentleman's car could command respect, and a serious price. $1,970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 Convertible, $357,500. Oldsmobile's 442 W30 Convertible from 1970 is a study in muscle car sophistication. Only 96 were built that year with the legendary W30 performance package, and today, each one is a hot ticket among serious collectors. Powered by a 455 cubic inch V8 with a fiberglass hood and functional air scoops, the W30 Convertible combined raw muscle with a touch of elegance. At Mecum's 2022 auction, an impeccable numbers-matching W30 Convertible crossed the block for $357,500, a figure that left Oldsmobile fans beaming. Its allure comes from rarity, meticulous restoration, and documentation that confirms its authenticity. Equipped with special camshafts, a performance carburetor, and a 4-speed manual, this 442 could tear up the boulevard or cruise in comfort. This sale cemented the W30's reputation as one of the era's most sophisticated muscle cars, with a price tag to match. For collectors, it's the ultimate blend of power, luxury, and top-down cool. 1973, Pontiac Trans Am 455 Superduty, $440,000. The 1973 Pontiac Trans Am 455 Superduty was built during a time when muscle cars were facing extinction. But Pontiac wasn't ready to give up the fight. The SD455 engine was a final act of defiance, a race-bred V8 that delivered 310 horsepower. But insiders know the real number was much higher. Only 252 SD455 Trans Ams were made in 1973, and fewer still survive in top condition. At Mecum's 2016 auction, a pristine Superduty Trans Am brought $440,000, proving that true performance icons will always find admirers. This car wasn't just about straight-line speed. It featured heavy-duty internals, advanced engineering, and a distinctive presence with its shaker hood and screaming chicken decal. Collectors prize the SD455 for its rarity, performance pedigree, and as a symbol of Pontiac's refusal to go quietly into the night. Its price at auction is a fitting tribute to an era's final stand. $1,970 Ford Mustang Boss 429 Fastback, $605,000. For Mustang fans, the Boss 429 is the holy grail, a street-legal race car with an engine designed for NASCAR glory. Just 499 were built in 1970. Each one hand-assembled to house the monstrous 429 cubic inch semi-Hemi V8. Officially rated at 375 horsepower, insiders say the real figure was much higher. Its rarity, power, and unique engineering make it one of the most sought-after muscle cars ever made. At Barrett-Jackson's 2022 auction, an unrestored Numbers matching Boss 429 Fastback hammered for $605,000. Its original grabber blue paint, correct CarCraft modifications, and complete documentation sealed the deal for collectors. With racing roots and street cred, the Boss 429 is both legend and investment. A car that's equally at home on the track or at the top of the collector's market. This sale is proof that Mustang dreams are alive and well, and that the Boss still rules the road. These 10 muscle cars prove that true legends only get more valuable with time. Their thundering engines and wild backstories have turned them into auction royalty, outpacing nearly everything else from the 1970s. Which one would you drive, or keep locked away as an investment? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible automotive stories. Who knows which classic will set the next record? One thing's certain, the muscle car dream is alive and roaring.